backstory. I actually joined the Singapore Idol season 3.
Yeah.
That was in
Yeah.
2009. I forgot persona. He was trying to be like the Singapore Simon Cowell, right? Whether he was thumbs up at the point in time, I don't think there were telltale signs. Maybe the female contestants can actually speak up about this, but I don't think, in my opinion, he gave telltale signs.
And welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic takes on the news, current affairs, and all the things people pretend to understand. I'm your host, Jing Yong, and with me is fellow Lao Jiaos, Amos and Jordan. Oh my, I almost said Brandon. Amos and Jordan, sorry. How are both of you doing?
Feeling happy?
Oh, why? Oh, yes. Last minute winner. I thought it was going to be a draw already. We're recording on 29th of September. So actually, there's a news today that just came out and say, oh, Singapore, our population just broke, I think, 6 million. So we are at 6.11 million now. I think the number of foreigners actually increased by close to 5+%. I think Singaporean marriages actually dropped by a few thousand. So I wanted to ask Amos and Jordan, do you feel that Singapore is getting more and more crowded?
100%. 100%. You can feel it on the MRTs,
In what ways?
man.
Oh yeah,
when I
true.
even go to from my house to Boon Lay, right, it's like only like cumulatively of 5 stops, right? Well, I feel like I can't even get on the train at 7:30 a.m. That's mad.
For me, I just think that it's like when you go for lunch, can't get enough seats. And with people, like with Singapore culture, the chop seat culture, that's even worse, man.
Especially the hawkers, right?
Yeah.
Do you all foresee that Singapore will continue getting more crowded? Because I think I read a manifesto a few years ago, Singapore is trying to hit 7 million within the next few years.
Yes, I think it will. Incrementally. You won't feel it. I don't think the government will allow such a huge surge at one point in time.
Yeah.
But I think incrementally you will feel it.
Yeah.
But you know, well, our government is always prepared. Now extending to like more homes in Teng Na or even to Paya Lebar Air Base.
Even to Jurong. Jurong, they're trying to build some hub kind of thing in Jurong. Yeah. F1 coming, right? I tend to stay away from CBD. It's damn crazy. If you just go in and it's damn crowded. Yeah. Our next segment is our segment of the week, because Amos the other time already shared about his segment of the week, which is about food. This time round, I want to invite Jordan to share your segment of the week. Your segment is about travel-related stuff.
Just in time when Jing Yong just now shared about our country or nation being populated, it's time to get out, right? Yeah. So there's this World Tourism Day happening at this month end of September. Agoda is going through up to 60%. I say up to 60%. I don't promise 60%. Yeah, up to 60% of hotel flights and activities or 24th September until 8 October. So I have actually go through a few and see if it's legit. Like I go and check through my favorite place to go, Taipei. So they had this hotel Midtown Richardson. Original price is 302, but now it's going at half price.
Wow.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cheap for Taipei. Yeah.
It's a 4-star hotel. So it is located in Ximending. So those who are planning to go next year, you can buy it now. If you're going to Tokyo, Ep4 Hotel and Resort 225, now it's going at 166. So that's it for my travel deals for this time.
Sure. Before we get into our episode, a word from our sponsor.
First up, we'd like to take a break in the episode to thank our friends at Sauce Kingdom, the famous good France sauce brand trusted by giant fast food chains around the world.
With these sauces, you can turn any air fryer meal into a gourmet experience. Let's run through a few favorites. Buttermilk Ranch, creamy, herby, perfect with pizza, fried chicken or even veggies. Texas Grill, smoky, bold, that true BBQ peak flavor in every bite.
Smoked mayo, rich, savory, Price's ultimate partner, and New York burger sauce, tangy, classic, and turns any burger into a diner-style experience. To find out more, check out the Shopee and Lazada links in our description. Now available in selected Sheng Siong outlets and soon in all stores.
Once again, a big thank you to our friends at Sauce Kingdom for sponsoring this episode.
Restaurant taste at home.
And now, back to the episode. Our 3 news we will be covering today. Our first news, I think this is sort of all over the newspaper. I think not just this year. Last year it has been ongoing already. Is that a music producer and former Singapore Idol judge, Ken Lim, has been convicted of a molestation charge involving a 25-year-old woman. Now, to give you all a bit of context, apparently he had outrage or modesty charge that he was already acquitted last year. But this one is a different woman, and this one he was found guilty of lah. And apparently he still has another at least 3 or 4 more charges that he need to go to court for lah.
Not surprised lah. I think there were allegations before, right? Like I think past
Yep.
allegations about him molesting people and all that. It's just like, oh, this just confirmed that he's a tikope lah. That's about it.
I'm not shocked. It's like maybe there's few more other victims out there.
So backstory, I actually joined the Singapore Idol season 3.
Oh!
That was in
Oh!
2009. I forgot. Yeah, I made it to the second round.
Oh.
I think I got kicked out because of punctuality issues. I don't know. I think so, but I wasn't pretty warmed up at the point in
He
time.
must be
Anyway,
the guys that say you, hey, who the F you are?
yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, at the point in time, people already knew like his persona. He was trying to be like the Singapore Simon Cowell, right? Like
Yeah,
very
yes,
in your
yes.
face,
Yeah.
very like very stoic kind of personality.
Yeah.
But I knew he was a person who is very honest, but also I think at the point in time he was very nice and very honest still lah. But he wasn't like rude or anything at that point in time. So in my opinion, I think he was quite an okay judge in my opinion. Yeah.
He gave like a certain attention to a certain female contestants.
Okay, so I wasn't in the room where other people auditioning because at the point it was like individual already.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Okay,
by the time
okay.
you make it to the judges, right, it's like they've already done their pre-screening with
Yeah.
like the producers lah. So whether he was thumbs up at the point in time, I don't think there were telltale signs. Maybe the female contestants can actually speak out about this, but I don't think, in my opinion, he gave telltale signs lah.
My question is, with so many like this kind of cases coming out, right? Do you think that there can be even more like girls who like just I will just keep quiet kind,
Ladies also have been proving themselves that they shouldn't be the silent era
just the
anymore.
victim lah?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, then speak out lah, right? Don't be a victim, because not helping yourself, you're not helping others also.
Because I go to church, right? Then people's like always
Yeah.
say like, oh, you cannot, like girls cannot wear skimpily to go to church and all that. Well, that is
Yeah.
also true. I feel like the onus is also on the responsibility also lies on the onlookers who also view the women, right? Or men for that matter, vice versa, right? Whatever you're attracted to. The fact is, it's also your responsibility as to how you act lah. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so horny and I'm gonna act on my impulses and all that. I feel like we as grown adults, we have the semblance to kind of act responsibility lah also. So yeah, same can be said for vices, smoking and vape and whatever nonsense lah, right? You have the responsibility to safeguard and the consequences of whatever actions you have lah, basically.
If you want to wear something like this, be it in a group or something like that, so that at least you're not alone.
We cannot control how other people act, right? Sometimes if you so sway, you have a colleague or a boss that's a tikope, then there's a tikope, right? We can only control how we act, right? So sometimes it also happens that this person, let's say not even wearing very skimpy, okay, but just because you're good looking or you have a certain style and then this tikope like, then you will become sort of like the victim. Brings me to my second point, which is what Jordan said, right? Surround yourself with people that you trust. And you're going to club, this kind of places where even the shows are telling you that this kind of places not very safe one, sometimes can end up in not good consequences one. Then learn to surround yourself with friends that you trust, right? If you go to a toilet, go too long, right? Ask them to check on you, this kind of thing. I think this has to be done because some mistakes, one time too many one, you cannot make one. It's the same with scams. If things are too good to be true, sometimes learn to question. Like let's say suddenly your boss say, hey, I see a lot of potential in you, got this upcoming opportunity, I want to talk to you like over dinner one. This is some red flags, right?
Sus.
And then you have to learn to say no, although sometimes the opportunity too big. Everybody just look out for each other and then learn to surround yourself with people that you trust. We just concluded a round of parliamentary debates about the president address at the recent parliamentary hearing. And then this MP called, let me get his name right. His MP called David Ho actually brought a very interesting point. He said that home suspension isn't really a punishment for bullies because it just means that they are at home playing Mobile Legends. Okay, and yes, and before I put my opinion on this, I want to ask Jordan and Amos, do y'all agree that actually home suspension is not the best form of punishment and actually we should consider a different form of punishment for bullies?
For any disciplinary sake, I think non-home suspension will be more ideal. Home suspension, who's gonna overlook what the kid is doing? Will the kid improve? My answer is no.
I agree with Jordan. I think home suspension I've only ever heard of maybe 1 or 2% back in when I was in MI, like that they faced the home suspension. I think this one was only like rendered to people who were really like beyond hope, that kind or like really recalcitrant or like really like out to disrupt people's learning behaviors or learning environment lah, right? Which I kind of get it, but then also this MP really brought out a very important and interesting point, because I agree with him, because if I think of it from the perspective of a bully, right, I'll be like, wow, song just stay at home, play Mobile
Stay at home,
Legends,
no need to study.
sleep. Yeah, right, don't need to study, then okay lor, good lah. Maybe that's working to their favor, right, in a sense, or their outcome is achieved. And like what Jordan said, I think there's a lot of factors that were not considered if people actually if the schools actually put students on home suspension, like things like who's going to jaga the kid and stuff like that. But I also agree that the school may not have the manpower to actually they don't hire like people just to like be discipline masters or just to look after one person or a batch of people, right? So I think painful manners that should be okay, the word is not painful, but thoughtful punishments that should be meted out to these kind of people.
To me, punishment has to feel like a punishment in the sense that you have to feel like you are being punished. I believe back in Jordan and Amos' time when we were younger, right? Pain is a form of punishment. It worked to a certain extent because I feared pain. So I would like to tread on a very fine line here by saying that I do think some of the methods in dealing with bullies nowadays has been too cuddled upon, right? Because of the way we are viewing education nowadays, or the way we think about open approach with parents and whatnot. Some of the issues with students, let's say, is really a mental issue, right? Or let's say they are doing this on no fault of their own because there is really a medical issue. This kind that need counseling. I do agree. We have to do counseling. We have to do some sort of more heart-to-heart approach, yes. Okay, but I think more often than not, especially in the case of bullying, right, a person know that this is wrong. The person know that this is a power play, but they still act upon these kind of things because the consequences is too like, what the hell? Do the both of you have any like solution that you all think that is the better form of punishment than to send them home?
I think you can't resolve this straight away. You want to go into education system like so team, right? Time to raise your moral education up by a notch or two. Yeah, because I think I remember there's MOE drops 好公民. So that period of time, kids were like, they don't care what you do. With now, parents don't wish their kids to get some pain. But I'm sorry to say, some pain will get you some gain.
I think the more important question that we have to address here then is, what is the issue, right? Like, what is the form of bullying that they are actually doing, right? Possibly do an apple-to-apple comparison, right? Because everyone's pain threshold is different. Everyone's pain tolerance is different. You cannot be, let's say if the bully punches the victim, right? You cannot obviously punch the bully back, right? Maybe things like having like confiscating their mobile phones or taking off certain privileges, like cutting their pocket allowance and stuff like that. But obviously do it in a humane manner also. So it's not like a silver bullet for everything. There's not a one size fit model answer that fits every situation, because everyone is different. So everyone reacts to things differently.
I'm aware that this is opening a can of worms, what I'm suggesting. If you're putting aside all the thing about pain and everything, right, I do think shame is an important factor that deters youth from performing stupid acts again. My solution is actually corrective work order. So I think they should be asked to just wear the yellow jacket, and then people recess go play, right? You go sweep the floor together with the cleaner. Things like, for example, you should be asked to come out during assembly, right, and tell everybody what you did. Wow, kind of thing,
that's the ultimate shame factor, bro.
Yeah, but I think this will...
exactly. If not, to me, there is no consequences there. I know that people will say that, hey, this one, that means you're not taking care of their mental health, or you push them too much, and then they get even worse, right?
Yeah, they get more raging about this.
For lack of a better solution, I do feel that we have to play on the shame factor here to a certain extent. Or else for youth, right, that are on social media nowadays, I do feel that this is one thing that they care about more. Their image, about looking cool, then they really don't feel the pain and learn that I shouldn't be doing this.
I was thinking about the guilt trip thing. So if I bully Amos, right, in order for me to guilt trip, Amos have to stay back with me.
No, but they won't feel the pain. Like, if I stay back with you, right, I'll hate you even more, and you won't feel that because you will be like, okay lah, like, I mean, maybe I can bully him even more, like that kind of thing.
More. I wouldn't say guilt trip in the sense that pair him with the victim because I think this one too much of punishment for the victim. I do feel that partner him with someone that is not within the school. So for example, some of those not rehabilitated, like those that previously used to be gangster in school but now doing well one. Like, or those that a lot of angkong but actually last time take drugs but now is a he already He's doing something with his life, this kind of thing. So they can be part of the school system in the sense that you pair them up together with this kind of at-risk youth, right? And then sort of give them advice and sort of like say, hey, I also went through what you went through, and then see where I am today. This kind of thing lah. I feel that might be of help lah, rather than pairing the victim together with the bully. I think this one is like
I think the victim also sian, right? Walao, I cannot.
okay, so I think that sort of concludes this second news. Okay, our third news, both of you should have heard already. There was a slashing incident in Yishun where the 60-plus-year-old man actually slashed and killed a woman. It's because of the noise that children of the couple made. The MP actually said that police report was made, but there was no mediation done. Have you all had any this kind of noise issue with your neighbors before?
Yes.
Wow.
Almost every day. As long as not like those wee hours. If it's wee hour, I'll just call 999.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've ever called 999 before.
But what the hell? This is crazy, man. Like how can you slash someone over like noise? I mean I as a person have been on the receiving end and the giving end of the noise. So
okay.
Interesting, right? Interesting. Yeah. Because sometimes I host like gatherings at my house, like for church gatherings and stuff like that. It was a few years ago, right? And then I think the neighbors were just like talking really loudly, laughing really loudly. And I think the problem is I couldn't determine where the sound came from. Because sometimes it sounds like it's above you, but it's maybe opposite block or what, right?
Yes, I think that's the issue. Yeah.
Like, I'm in my bed already. I'm just like, what the hell? Do I want to get up and like go and find where the noise is? Like, then the night just keeps like days goes by and nights goes by and like month goes by, and then you realize where the hell is the noise coming from still? Like, you still don't know where the source is coming from. I think one time I just shouted out my window like, shut the hell up, like, and then the noise just went blank.
Nice.
I couldn't take it. I was too tired.
My house where I'm staying, the sound is from one floor down. When you lie down on the bed, you keep thinking, how come the roof, like my ceiling is making all sorts of noise? Yeah. There's time that if you try to call the police, right? Then when the police come already, the sound gone.
Yeah,
right? Then
it does happen.
Then they'll say, no noise.
But like the police are going to curse you once you're like, wow.
Waste their time, right? And then to be honest, I think the police that respond to all these, half of them are NSF lah.
True. They'll be like, what the hell?
What you want him to settle? It's really a heng shui thing. If you have a heng, your neighbors are good, then I think it's very nice to live like peacefully. Sometimes if you just have a neighbor from hell, then tough for people to just say I want to move out also, because even moving out can take weeks or months. I think sometimes it helps if you know the people around you. Like say hi to your neighbors, know who's your grassroots, who is in charge of the block, and then I think some of them might be able to help if this kind of thing comes along. Okay, so that wraps up our 3 news. We would like to go on with a round of quick fire news for the Alamak Meter. So you all just have to tell me whether this is smart, dumb, or just plain Alamak. Lens Memorial has a new service that allows people to send their loved ones to space.
Very smart.
Yeah, save space.
Okay, honestly, right, although I don't understand the concept behind like I love my loved ones and then after they pass away I send them to space, but apparently it's quite a popular thing leh. A lot of people subscribe to this service. I don't know why.
The hell, is 18,000 minimally.
Yeah, Malaysia imposes new rules on concert performers and their standard of clothing. Cannot be too revealing.
I don't say that I will cancel.
I have to say this is a big win for Singapore, because I just see that more performers will come over here only.
That's true. I think it's smart. They should do it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I purely agree.
SMRT lodges police report for man who filmed himself drinking water on the MRT. Have you all seen this news? The idiot go film himself drinking MRT, say, Singapore cannot drink water on MRT, but I'm going to film myself drinking water on the MRT.
Dumb on the guy's end, but also dumb on SMRT's end also. What the hell?
The MRT, right, fine, and the bus MRT fine is different.
Oh, really?
Wow.
MRT you cannot drink.
What's the logic?
Yeah, what's the logic?
I think you can go and see the logo, right? Like in the bus, right? There's no say don't drink, like just no food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you secretly drink, right, nobody will know one. But why the hell do you have to like film yourself and post it online? Then like, hey, I know this is illegal, but I'm doing it. What the
It's a chill. It's a chill. Maybe it's like how people film themselves having sex also. I don't know. Wow, Songbo, I'm breaking the rules. Songbo.
That was our Lao Jiaos Podcast. Alright, that was our Lao Jiaos Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe. We have an episode that comes out every Friday, but at the same time, if you're on the football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday, and our Kopi Bro show where we interview fun and amazing guests from around Singapore every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead, but remember, we don't always talk cock.
But sometimes we do.